Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming. Welcome to Motorsport Manager. We are here with our racing team, SB Racing, and we will finally get things kicked off. We have the Black Sea GP coming up in 16 days. It is March 1st, 2016, and for those who missed it, the last episode, we basically set things up to be ready to go. We made some upgrades to our factory. We are upgrading this right now. It'll take 20 weeks. We are also building a scouting facility, and that'll take 12 weeks. We spent about, what was it? We spent $10 million. We actually saved a fair bit of money there. And, manager's financial skills. Yep. Financial background payment discount, 400,000 and 110,000. I wonder if... I would love to see if that minus 5% will apply to all this, because that's basically extra $50,000 per race saved off the... So yeah, about that. Anyway, for those who missed it, this is our character, our racing logo. We're from Canada, and age 37. Okay, about that. Anyway, about that. So we can look at the available jobs. There is none available in the World Motorsport Championship. There's none available in the Asia Pacific Super Cup. Silver Racing is, uneasy. He could be at risk of losing his job if they don't do very well. The International GT Championship, Morgan Everett, his job is at risk and the season hasn't even started. Awesome about that. Our objective is 10th or above, and our job is currently safe. We will never have any issues, at least in this first season, about risking our job. This is a building year, and I went with the low risk, low pressure options. Our race management is 8. Your race management stat increases when you do well in races and decreases when you perform poorly. Financial, your financial stat increases when you are in the black and decreases when you're in the red. Ouch. Alright. Loyalty, your loyalty stat steadily increases over time and will decrease when you fire staff or change jobs. I've heard that this also affects people's interest in coming over to your team. So if you have a high loyalty stat, then you can do really well. You can get people who might not otherwise want to work for you. We have male. We chose 10th place out of 10 teams. You can't get worse than 10th place in 10 teams. For our $14 million up front, we spent no money yet on our car. We have here, we are the worst in the series. So, about that. Garuda Racing has the best car, that is why they do so well. And our livery, that's our livery. We have no sponsors. If we want to change this, we will have to pay, I think it's $500,000. So, about that. Yeah, changing the livery will cost you $500,000, so, yeah. Anyway, we are going to improve parts. And I want to improve the... Not that it's going to really matter, but, yeah. So we have a maximum of 7 on these brakes, maximum of 8. Maximum 8 and 10, yeah, these are atrocious parts. So we are going to boost the performance of those, of the engine. Because we have nothing better to do, we are just going to, bump that up to 10 staff on this side and design new parts. So we could design some parts, but I want to wait until we get a potential designer, because if we were to take this, what's going to happen here is we get +2 from the base, +2 from the designer. And the maximum, so yeah, since her, details. Yeah, since her engine stat is 2, we are only getting a 2. We are looking at potentially designers. Freddie Cooper. That 2 becomes a 19. That's why you want him. So yeah, 17 for Katie Paulson, 17 for Vasily. So if we wanted to build decent engines, those are the drivers, or those are the designers we would want. These are our scouting jobs right now, and so we'll be able to learn a little bit more about them. In this case, 24 days, 33 days, and 42 days. It'll take some time to find out about him. And as these complete, more will get added to the queue, or they'll bump up to the queue. You can unlock additional scouting slots by building additional scouting facility levels, so that is that. We have no sponsors, and other than that, that is the team. So let's hit the continue button, shall we? And we have a contract proposal coming up. If we go to staff, patience. Alright, well, Arnold Boycott, Roberts retiring at the end of the season, sources close to Lockhart, Motorsports, Ray Roberts have whispered, blah blah, yep. So driver retiring, doesn't really matter. Interesting. Let's go back to the negotiation table. Contract renegotiation from Vasily Sokolov. So, 3 X's of 4. He is pissed off about $78,000. The lowest we could pay is $48,000. And the maximum we could pay is $146,000. What I hate is that the current offer, what we offered, that's annoying. It'd be nice to tell, or to see what we previously offered. Because if we change these, then we don't know exactly what we offered. Although we could just cancel and then come back in here. But he likes this. He really doesn't like that. He really doesn't like that. What I would like to do, because right now we have other contract proposals. We're going to hold off and jump to the next day. And an interview. Congratulations on joining SB Racing. Are you interested in doing an interview for the Evening Herald so that we can get all get to know you a little bit better? Sure. In most cases, these interviews suck. They were decent before, but then they just end up being like one question, and the question seems to be the same thing, and yes. But we will accept it because 4 questions, so it's a pretty decent interview. Well, you've certainly picked a tough task for your first job. Are you expecting to pick up many points at all this season? And we have 3 options. We're going to surprise a few people this year, mark my words. Points are definitely on the cards. I'm quietly confident that we'll manage a few decent finishes by making no promises. It'll be a struggle, there's no denying it. Winning a few points would be wonderful and would make such a difference to our budget. So depending on the answer we choose, there'll be a certain outcome. I want to say we're going to surprise a few people this year, mark my words. Points are definitely on the cards. And Andre and Faith hate it. We can see here that Kurt loves it, so yeah, that doesn't really matter. Anyway, Andre Gomes is seen by the fans as your top driver. Do you agree with that? Or would you say that Faith Anthony is better? Andre Gomes is definitely the better driver. I'm a big fan of Faith Anthony. She's my number one. I'm lucky enough to have inherited two great drivers. I can't wait to see them in the race. Frankly, I haven't been blown away by either. They're going to have to perform well to impress me. Well, I do know that Andre Gomes is definitely the better of the two drivers, even though their stats are fairly close. He has slightly more stars, but we are going to go with this. I think it'll boost their morale up. Yep, +5, so they go back to normal. In the Evening Herald season preview, I wrote that you're expecting to finish 10th in the team's championship. Is that accurate, or do you think that you can do any better? We'll do better, I can promise you that. The prediction seems fair, but I'm hoping that we're going to surprise you. I hate to disappoint the fans, but that seems realistic. We have to be honest and admit that we're going to have a tough year. Well, we can't do any worse than 10th, and like last time, if things go to plan, then I think we can definitely do better. So I've set things up so that this is going to be, and there we go. So he gets an additional +5 to the morale. Kurt's loving me. He's up to 75%, so that is that. He's really, really happy with me. Anyway, your financial skills aren't in doubt, but some pundits are skeptical about whether or not you belong in the world of motorsport. What would you say to them? They're foolish to question me. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't good enough, and I can't wait to prove everybody wrong. Since I'm not taking the financial trait, I've not had this question before, so this is interesting. I understand their concerns, but I have enough faith in my abilities. Managing finances is a big part of motorsport. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, but if the fans support me, I'll try not to let them down. You know what? We'll go with that, and he gets initial +5 to the morale, so he's up to 80% morale. Let's finish the interview. Contract renegotiation. Let's go back to the negotiation table. And negotiation table, and looks good. Let's jump over to staff. So we have last chance. He's considering contract agreed. So Gary Watson. The details of the no. Seriously? Contract agreed. Can I see? Alright, signing on fee, he's neutral to that. Race bonus, he's neutral to that. This is one of the mechanics, so I definitely want to take it. He's unhappy about the cost per race. I lowballed him, but I figured as much. He does have 4 patience, so he's willing to take it. So let's sign him. And we can either drop him or her. Doesn't really matter. And oh nice, financial background payment discount, $1,000, so we only pay $20,000 the signing fee. Old cost per race $2,000, we're now paying $34,000 per race. Let's confirm that. And so it's brilliant to have joined you here at SB Racing, and look forward to getting to work on improving the car. Watson is Gomez's new race mechanic. Oh, did I? Yep, I did have. Alright, so Gary Watson is my staff. Gary Watson is my performance guy. So we are going to want to put him parts, we are going to want to put him on the performance side of things. So we're getting 0.8 to the performance numbers 8 days before the race. Yeah, about that. Anyway, we have upped the engine to 5 and 5 to a maximum of 8 and 10. Their reliability has gone up a little bit. Contract offer accepted, contract signed, renegotiation. Alright, so he did not like 81,250. He liked that. He's really not happy about that. He is kind of one we'd want to bring on. Last chance. So what is the maximum we can offer him? Let's go 105,000 per race. And $360. And Billy Evans, contract renegotiation. Actually, before we do, we still have these contract proposals. Contract renegotiation. So he's unhappy about that. He likes that because of 60,000. He'll never get it this season, so that's a thing. Signing on fee, we can pay him up to 45,000. Really? Let's go to 36. Although with that said, this is our mechanic. So 31 up to, let's go 43. Yeah, 43 and 40,000. Let's offer that. And contract signed, contract offer accepted. I think that is about it. Let's jump to the next day. And we have contract renegotiation. She is a designer. Oh, Katie Paulson. Katie Paulson is engines 1715. She's not that bad, actually. These are the two that we want. So, what's her contract? Deadline is in 7 days, but apparently you can keep this and extend it completely. So she's a designer, 72,000 per race. Freddie Cooper. What's his? I can't even see what I'm offering. Okay, no, never mind. 105 per race. What's his? You know what? I would probably go with her. Katie Paulson. There's my backup plan. If he doesn't take whatever it is, 105,000, she's good enough. 105,000. Vasily, terms not met. Did we? Vasily 17.8. You know what? I'm not really too enthusiastic about him. He doesn't like 78. He's insulted. He's insulted by the signing on fee. I'm only going to sign her on for 150,000. Jeez. I might just go with her. Let's say screw you other guys. And terms not met. She's unhappy by 67,000. What is 11 and 12 engineering? You don't want 67,000, 150,000? Wow. You know what? We're going to just retract. I have her guaranteed, so you know what? We're just going to retract her offer. And he's considering, so that is that. Alright about that. Now, do we have anything for sponsors? No, we don't. Alright about that. Contract offer accepted. Contract renegotiation. Performance work is going to be done tomorrow. And before we jump to anything, what I want to do... Alright, performance work complete. Improve your car in the factory. We are going to want to bump up the performance of the gearbox to try to get as much performance out of them as possible. And we have report on upcoming race at the Black Sea. Prepare a brief report on the next race in the calendar, Black Sea. It will be a 30-lap race. Lap length is 2.6 miles and the lap record is 1 minute 21.391. There's likely to be some rain during the race, with Sunday showing a 40% chance of rain. It's a high-speed circuit which should suit cars with strong engines. Garuda Racing are currently the ones to beat there. The tire compounds chosen for this race are super soft and soft. The track is quite abrasive, but our car is one of the best on the grid when it comes to tire wear, and that is of course because of our chassis. So we should be well placed to benefit from that, but our car overall sucks, so it ultimately does not matter. Alright about that. Sponsors. We have one sponsor available. Wanshai Industries. 9th or above. It's a pretty decent sponsor. 8 races. $450 if you can get 9th or above. Upfront payment. This is nice. $750,000. We're not going to accept it because there could be another one that pops up. And we have 3 that we could potentially take. So we did the car. Approved parts, we got that, yep. So this is 5 days after the race. Alright about that. We have those contract proposals coming up. Billy Evans and a driver. Actually, before we do 4 days. And we have Telemetry Center. We're never going to have fast or efficient gear changes if we don't invest in a telemetry center. Can we please put aside some money for one? You know what? I can't build a telemetry center. It's locked. We need to have a level 2 factory. Yeah, I bet that. Your lead designer will always come every month, every freaking month, saying, can we have this? Can we have this? And it doesn't matter if you fire them. When whoever you hire will come back and say, can we have this? Contract offer accepted. Contract is looking good. So, we have, he's delighted by 43,000. Contract length of 34, signing on fee of 40,000, race bonus of 60,000. We are going to sign him. And Callan Metzger, continued finances. And so we are saving $2,000 off of his signing fee for 38,000, and our cost per race goes up to 76,000. And mail, contract signed. SB Racing signs Evans as new race mechanic. Faith Anthony's new mechanic. We have a second offer. 8th or above, 12 races, no upfront payment. We're not likely ever going to get 8th place, so this ultimately doesn't matter. If we never get 9th or above, we can still get 750,000. So about that. Now, we are going to, there we go. And contract offer expiring. I feel like I need to remind you that I'm ready to sign the contract we negotiated. Much more of a delay will be simply unacceptable. Don't worry. Is Gatto going to retire? Marshall GT. This is not even in our league. Huge anticipation for season opener in Black Sea. Finally, the moment that all European Racing Series fans have been looking forward to is here. The start of a new season. This year, Grid Racing are looking to be the team to beat with a strong driver lineup in Jean-Francois Beauchamp and Tanvir Jah, as well as an excellent technical team. Meanwhile, new SB Racing boss SB Gaming will be out to impress the rest of the paddock. Any finish around 9th place would be seen as hugely impressive debut for the Canadian team principal. And financial management. I'm extremely concerned about the status of the team's finances. There's still a long way to go this season, and the coffers aren't looking healthy. You need to make the money last. I hope this won't in fact impact your performance in the final few races. Got it. Don't worry. Alright, so Freddie Cooper has agreed to $105,000, but you know what? I'm not sure if I really care about you. 1918, sure, but for however much that is, 105, we'd be saving $33,000 a race if we went with Katie Paulson. 17 and 15 is $33,000 a race, worth an extra couple points in engine and gearbox. I don't really think so. Well, brakes, maybe. So, you know what? Maybe sometime down in the future when we're looking for a decent, a decent one. But you know what? I think we are going to go with Katie Paulson. She is a little bit unhappy about us leaving her behind, but she is only a 2 and a bit star, where he's a 2.5 star. So we are going to sign her, I think. Katie Paulson. So she is neutral on the 72,000. Unhappy about the 150,000. So we lowballed her there. You know what? Yeah, we're into saving money, so we'll hire her. And so we save $7,000 off of her signing fee, and the cost per race is going to be $72,000. All right, so we are looking at $500,000 for next year's cars, $459,000 for drivers, $76,000 for race mechanics, and $72,000 for designer. We're back up to $1.2 million cost per race. We got our money up front, so yeah, a bit of half of one. And yeah, how about that? We have saved $520,000. Nice. Wow, that's sweet. Awesome. Alright, contract signed. And important signing has been made by SB Racing. Katie Paulson has been announced as their new lead designer. As the new lead designer, Paulson will be responsible for every single new part the team makes. SB Racing fans are over the moon with the new signing, a fan's spokesperson says. Good times are on the way. Well, with that in mind, our next race is in 3 days. Let's get to designing new parts. Now, if we take a look at our engine, we get plus 17 from the designer. That is nice. So now we can either choose to make a risky part, which has a risk of real break, but we don't really want that. 25 to max, top speed plus 15, or plus 25 to max. You know what? Let's build a new engine. Components. So it'll take 13.9 days to build, 14 days from the base time, and minus 0.1 from the design center. Yeah, about that. Cost $1.5 million from the base and $50,000 from the component. Let's build the part, and we save $77,000 on that. Yep. Let's build it. Of course, with that said, it's going to be not until the end or after the race, so we're not going to benefit from it. Now, we have these drivers, staff, scouting, 11 days, 20 days, and 29 days. Anything else? No sponsors. Nothing else. Alright, well, let's pause, and now we can take a potential sponsor. Carne Blanco, 10 races, $200,000 up front, $200,000 fixed pay per race. This is a pretty good one overall to have. We're going to accept it. We are likely not going to get another sponsor coming up before the race, so we want the $200,000 per race. There we go. So now we're down to $1.017 million of cost, because now we have $200,000 of sponsor money, which is nice. All right about that. And interview answers. Yep, indeed. So now we are going to hit the continue button, and we are traveling to the Black Sea. Now we can make any final preparations. What is our car looking at right now? Improved parts. We have gearbox at 6. This gearbox is at 9. 80 and 77% for reliability. Doesn't really matter too much. Front ring and rear ring are spec parts. Alright about that. And yet we have Billy Evans on reliability. So what we are going to do is hit the continue button, and now our sponsor select. Oh, wait a minute. Can we... You know what? We're gonna take him. 750,000. And now we are going to continue. There we go. We're going to take this because it's the only option that we have available. 9th or above. If we get 9th or above, and that's out of 20 cars, we get an additional $450,000, which would be really nice, but this is not likely. Part fitting, Andre Gomes, content. We don't really have any parts. We can't really fit any parts. Yeah, ultimately it doesn't matter, although with that said, I am going to give Gomes the better engine, as well as, yeah, he's going to have the better gearbox, and better suspension, and better brakes, although the difference between a 1 and a 0 is absolutely nothing. So we are going to continue. They are content. Parts we got fitted are looking a bit naff, boss. And the car is looking rubbish, boss. and equal and better than Faith by only slightly a little bit more. Anyway, we are going to jump into the race. And here we are at the Black Sea. And the weather forecast is currently sunny. We have 16 degrees weather currently. Water on track. Track grip looks like it's going up. If we had the, whatever it is, the forecasting center, we'd be able to see further in advance. So that is nice. We are going to go through the practice session, and then in the next episode, we will be doing the race. Because reasons. And we are going to put Andre Gomes in car 1, Faith Anthony in car 2. Actually, no. Enano Ferreira, his feedback score is 9. We will get better information from him. And apparently, he has a 14. Alright, so we are going to put... change the setup. Car balance. Alright, so what we are going to want to do... Bother. I had some information about this. Alright, so we are going to set up Gomez's car. We have 17 degrees for the front wing angle, 26 degrees for the rear wing angle, and depending on where the optimal setup is, we want the current mark to be as close to excellent as possible. Based on the feedback coming back from the driver, we will get more accurate information about where exactly it is. And now we want the handling. To start off with, you can get away with having things near the edge of the car balance, the mechanic's recommendation. So what we are going to also do, we are going to move things up to top speed, and we are going to increase the stiffness. So we put it near the edge, and this will give us a more accurate information on how to get to the optimal setup. Because if we were to put it here and it said that the feedback was poor, do we have to go this way or do we have to go this way? When you start at one edge of the thing, whatever you call it, you end up being able to go in the other direction, since you'll get feedback. And based on something I came across some time ago, you'll be able to tell how far over that you'll need to send something based on the feedback. So if something is, for instance, very poor, you need to move this over about 5 pips, and a pip is the distance between the circle here. So a result of poor, you need to move this over about 5 worth, so about probably right there. And that will get you very close to an excellent or perfect balance. Anyway, we are going to go with that. Tire choice, we're going to go with super softs, or we could go with softs. This will, depending on which one we choose, will give us information on how well they do and give us particular bonuses. Right now, the grid is mixed. I want to go with I think it's super softs last until about 20%, then their performance drops off considerably. Softs go until 10% or 15%, 20% and 15%. Mediums are 10% and 5% for hards, but we don't have those available. You know what? We are going to go with slicks. But we have a pretty decent car. We are going to say continue. And now we have Enano Ferreira. His is currently outside of the recommended. We are going to put this up to 17% as well. and 26%. We want to actually, if we just jump back over to Andre Gomes, what did we specify? 17, 26, 69, 69. 69 and 69. And from what we do know with Andre Gomes' car, or Ferrara's car, the mechanic is recommending this. Ferrara's car, he's recommending this for speed balance. We have the exact same numbers. So if we take a look at this, we can actually see that Gomes mechanic is recommending this and recommending this. So what you could do if you had both these on screen is you could compare them and they will be about the same spot. So when I'm going to go Nano Ferrara, so we can't go any more on here. And I think, so yeah, within this range is the optimal balance. Same thing, it could be within here. Downforce is likely going to be within here. So I think we are going to be good for this. Current, we are going to change him to super softs. And we are going to hit the continue and we are going to take practice. We're going to hit the pause button and now we want to send out. And we just need to hop through this. Stints. It doesn't really matter. We'll be bringing back in very soon. And we just need to confirm it. Hit the play button or the pause button. Oh wow. Alright, there we go. I have some. Alright, there we go. Now, we'll go more overhead. And we don't have any setup knowledge. We'll keep him out for one lap. Our active knowledge we are gaining. And feels like I got just the right arrow setup. Nice one, guys. Sweet. Downforce feels bang on. Nice job. And we have 9 minutes, 23 seconds left to practice. And I'm going to keep him at one more lap. And Gomes kicks past Ferrara. And how are we doing for time-wise? We are first and second, although no one else has given a lap. Wow, come on, give me some feedback here. Alright, I'm gonna bring them both in. Handling is feeling superb here. Nice work. Leveling the handling. So we got it like bang on. Most likely. Knowledge unlocked. Race trim level 1. and super soft tires. All right, so we have good, excellent, and okay. Good, great, and good. Interesting. They have basically the same setup. And so we have an 89%, good, excellent, and okay. So the excellent, we want to barely move this, although with an okay smiley, we need to move this about 3 pips. So we want to shorten up the gear ratio, so that's 1 pip to 3. Downforce is good, which is adjustment of about 2 pips. Now, whether or not we go in that direction or that direction, what we are going to do is let's go up to 27 and nope, that'll be way outside the. I'm actually thinking the downforce is going to be on this side. Let's go to 26.5 degrees. That's about 2 pips. Handling is spot on. And speed balance is roughly there. We're going to send him out with that. We are going to keep him on those tires. And then we are going to do Ferrara. And I will put the graphic that I'm looking at on the screen at one point or another. So you'll be able to see what I'm looking at when explaining how many pips and all that. Front wing angle, downforce is good. Handling is great. Speed balance is good. I think speed balance needs to go more towards acceleration, so for downforce we need to 2 pips in what did I choose? No, we want to go back the other direction. Let's go to 25.5 and 16. That's about 2 pips, roughly. Handling, great. We only want to shift that about 1 pip or so. And good, that is 2 pips. And we need to go more towards something like that. Although, actually no, we need to shift the we need to move this over to move that. Great, 1 pip. Let's tweak it just a bit. Let's put him on that, see how that works. And there we go. It'll take a little bit of time for them to switch up the setup. Generally what you want to do is you want to send them out for a lap or 2, and then they give you some feedback, and then you can come in, tweak it, and then you send them back out, bring them back in, and give me some information. Give me some information. Right now we're sitting at 18th and 19th. For our times, that's just to be expected. Our car is crap. And what we'll probably do is bring them in, because we want at least one more. Air's feeling so much nicer now. That's good to know. And the tweaks to the downforce are great. Nice job with the setup. We're going to bring him in. We're going to bring them both in. And now, what do we got? Great, excellent, and excellent. That is nice to see. We're at 97% for optimum balance. So we had good, it was there. And good is about 2 pips. Then we're up to great. So we might have overshot it just a bit, but our handling and speed balance is right exactly where we want it. If we were to tweak this about half a pip, we might get the perfect balance, but so far I'm pretty content with that. So we were there. Let's shift. Let's go to 15.8. And tire choice, we'll just stay on those tires. Jump back over to Ferrara. And excellent, good, and great. Interesting. So we had 89% and 93%. So we turned a good into an excellent, a great into a good. Ooh. And a great, or good into a great. So whatever we did to the handling, we clearly went in the wrong direction. So we need to give it a bit more understeer. We need to keep the downforce roughly where it is. And the speed balance is pretty good. So handling, which is suspension. Let's I don't want to. If we go there, that we'll give that a go. And we'll leave him out on those tires. Take a look at Gomez, who's leaving the pits. We have 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. We will probably bring them in for one more run. Although Gomez, I might be tempted to leave him out. We have active knowledge, level 2 soft tires, and level 2 race trim. That's nice. We have setup knowledge high, and only setup knowledge medium. Ferrara, he's over there. Race trim level 2. Now, what I would like to do, we're going to send him on an attack and overtake. I'm a little bit more concerned about him, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him in. excellent, excellent, and great. Nice. So we started with good, great, and good. Then we went excellent, good, and great. And now we have gone excellent, excellent, and great for a 97% optimum balance. So yeah, we went the wrong direction for the handling. And we've kept, you know, this car is going to be pretty good. So we're just going to leave him out, or leave him as is. Although with that said, we could shift the speed balance a little bit more. We probably want let's put it like that. And we'll put him out on those tires. Now we're gonna check Gomez. He's burning through his tires. He's burning through his fuel. Handling feels awesome right now. Nice to see. Let's see what kind of lap he can make with this. Right now he's running a 110. 15, 18, 19, 20. And that got him a 12th place. Not bad. We are going to drop the down to neutral and medium, and we are going to bring him in, I think, one last time. 51 seconds. Actually, it's not going to matter. We're not going to be able to bring him in. It's going to take at least a minute, 20 something. So yeah, we'll just leave him out. Ferreira is over here. He's on his out lap. What we are going to do is we are going to tell him to attack and overtake. And unfortunately, he doesn't get to the finish line. And waiting for 7 cars to finish. Anthony Gomez comes in for a... They're feeling great right now. That's great. Alright, waiting for 3 cars to finish. We are going to just... In this case, we'll speed up to 3. Alright, and that is the time practice results. Jean-Francois Beauchamp, as to be expected, and Tanvirja, they just have the best car overall. So they're going to perform better regardless. We got a 123 from Andre Gomes and a 125 from Manano Ferreira. So middle of the pack, so not bad at all. And there's something about the name SB Racing. It has a beautiful ring to it. Gotta agree with that. Ivan Punal. I wonder if Jean-Pierre Girard will be able to check it on the front row tomorrow. XBC Sport. Looks like Sabato is driving well this weekend. Wonder if that can continue into the race. And Yugal Soligay, blur, blur, blur. That was okay from SB Racing. I guess we'll find out their real pace on Sunday. Hey, we're a new team with crap car and crap drivers and just crap overall. We're doing pretty good at that. Anyway, let's hit the continue button. And at this point in time, we are going to wrap up this episode. That was the management for the month of March and into the practice session for the Black Sea GP. Next episode will be the full-length race and all of that, so yeah, that is a thing. Otherwise, this episode would be at least an hour and a half to 2 hours long, and I don't necessarily want to do an hour and a half to 2 hours long. It's already over an hour in length, although there's probably been things that I've cut out in the interim. Anyway, at this point in time, like I say, thank you for joining me for this episode of Motorsport Manager. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming. As always, have a good day.